Hey everybody, I am Drak.
And I am the man with the shadow attached to his feet.
You are indeed. You are indeed. But since I'm also the man with the shadow attached to his feet, does that mean I'm you?
I don't know. What a very existential question.
Let's not answer that because that's a DC Comics deal, and we don't want to get sued by DC. And this is a Let's Play for Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy and Motorcycles Away! Oh, wow, I just realized our motorcycle's pink. Well, Kira makes it, so I guess we can't really fault her for that. Except for go with the one Guybrush Threepwood line. It's pink!
Takes a real man to win the game. Like, you know,
Apparently.
you just brought up Guybrush Threepwood. So,
Don't you dare mock him! Don't you dare!
I'm not.
Okay.
So, I think, because you're a real Tales of Monkey Island fan, so I want to know your whole reaction to LucasArts closing. You can see he's taking it real hard.
Why you have to stop, Lucas? Okay. All frivolity aside, I'm not happy. I'm mourning the loss of LucasArts. Especially since, I'm mourning it in the concept that, you know, they had things like Star Wars 1313 going. They weren't going to make another adventure game. Ron Gilbert doesn't work for him anymore. Tim Schafer doesn't work for him anymore. They went off and did Double Fine and Telltale and all that. So, was I expecting LucasArts to do another adventure game? No. But it will also now make licensing for the existing adventure properties very difficult. Which, that I'm frustrated with. So, like, doing another Monkey Island? Impossible.
And I still want my Battlefront 3, damn it.
There supposedly is rumors. There are rumors that DICE Studios is acquiring the rights to Battlefront 3. And that actually reminds me that there's a video I need to show you from Screw Attack on Battlefront. But, yeah, supposedly the next Star Wars game that Pandemic's gone, that EA is working on is Battlefront 3.
EA.
Well, DICE Studios is EA, so...
Please give it to something else.
Yeah, that's EA. It's not gonna happen. They will look at that and go, oh, another studio we have to wrangle in. Even though the studio does better crap than us. EA will not have my respect until they take their sports games and make all the rosters downloadable content. I'm just saying. Until then, every year they deserve that shiny piece of poo award. I'm being quiet because I want to make a point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the bottom line of it. So did that answer your question, or did I skirt it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I mourn the loss of LucasArts, and I think personally, I loved a lot of the homages. One of which was the Completionist, who did a Sam and Max review amidst the loss of LucasArts, and I thought that was very nice. But I'd already kind of seen the failure of organizations like Sierra and made myself blow up, and yeah. Look.
As we mentioned in Shadows of the Empire, we suck at Kamikaze.
Exactly, we do. We really do suck at Kamikaze. Kamikaze has to run into us, roughly. So, yeah, one of the things that makes me kind of heartened about this is that, A, Ron Gilbert is self-employed. I mean, he's got Double Fine, so he can work on things like The Cave, and that'll be successful. The other way that these games could come back is I'm starting to become a major appreciator of the Kickstarter movement. Kickstarter has brought back games I didn't even think was possible. Speaking of EA, we're getting another Richard Garriott Ultima game, and I personally blame EA for the destruction of Ultima. I personally blame them. So the fact that Richard Garriott is solely in charge, got no problem with that. Oh, it's okay. I can make that now. I'm gonna play it safe. Good. You know somebody's gonna complain and you go, "Why aren't you going full throttle?" Because it doesn't control well.
Vehicle sections never do.
There are a few when a vehicle game is solely dedicated to that, it works. When you try to add a vehicle later, no, it doesn't. Unless that vehicle is virtually non-existent. Like, for example, Link's horse in Zelda games. Vehicle mechanic works perfectly because it's not really necessary. I'm just taking out the purple planets, Alex. Don't judge.
Bumping into rocks.
Yeah. Bumping into rocks, Alex. Bumping into rocks.
It's like platforming. Always bumping into rocks.
Yeah, exactly.
What
It's
are
like
you doing exactly?
this is the thing that Samos was talking about, where we needed to take care of the dark eco infested plants, and so we are seeding them with green eco so that they will die, and we need to seed every area, otherwise they will have an extra plant grow in its place, and just, as you can kind of see, regrow.
Except for doing a harvest game.
Little bit. I've never played Harvest Moon. I didn't even know that reference. Yeah, a little bit. That's okay. Harvest Moon is Atlas, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm about to step into another Atlas game, so I'm not really worried about that.
Actually have magical melody. That's the one Harvest Moon.
I have played the Atlas games and am up in the air about most of them. Like, for the most recent one I played was Catherine. And that's a great puzzle game. And I love Laura Bailey. That's the only reason I picked that up. Okay? Alex knows this. I love Laura Bailey.
He does.
Laura Bailey is a really good actress. And so when I heard she was in Catherine and heard some of the voice samples, I'm like, yep, I'm playing this.
You keep on impressing me. But then maybe it's just because I've got low expectations.
I'm not going to say it's unhealthy. It probably is kind of unhealthy.
The moment of closing is over.
Yes, Laura Bailey, you have an obsessive fanboy after you.
Not that much, but...
She comes back to Anime Vegas next year. I'll have to get her to do something for you.
Oh, no. Oh, that makes me worried now, because now we're on YouTube saying this. That means you're going to make me out to be your stalker, and I'm not. I love you, Laura Bailey. I love my wife more. Just saying. And I'm sure you love your hubby more. And I love the fact that he's now in World of Warcraft, so thanks for that.
Whee!
Yep. We're doing the Tony Hawk approach to things. Oh, there we go. I'm looking for the raise. And that was an unnecessary jump, but it was fun. So yeah, as you can see on the top of the screen, Alex, we have to beat the record in order to get the power cell. And actually, we're making incredibly good time.
Splendid.
Splendid. Indeed. And as you're kind of noticing, the blue eco actually is like rockets, roughly. So it will make our engine go faster, and that always helps. Uh-oh, I think I lost it. Did I? 37, 38. Ah, we're really close. Nice.
Oh, just barely. That was a fluke and a half, Adam.
Yes, it was. And I'm good at that stuff. As we pointed out in the Sonic 2 LP. You should not have gotten that. You should not have beaten that boss. Yeah, I shouldn't have beaten that race. I'm taking it, though. Oh, and this is going to be another fun thing. We get to do Superman 64 and fly through rings. It's good to see that Superman 64 lives on in all of our hearts.
Never goes away, does it?
And in all of our psychotherapist sessions as we try to forget it. Especially James Rolfe, man. He must have gathered up all of his nerd rage in order to review that. It's like the nostalgia critic with Digimon. I mean, you know, he was like, ugh, I'm not going to review this. By the way, so speaking of the nostalgia critic, have you been liking what he's been doing thus far with it? Where it's not necessarily that he reviews movies and all that. He instead kind of goes off on rants about stuff like Twilight. I just recently saw one where his newest video is like, "Why is Loki so hot?"
Yeah, I do like his mini-sodes. When he came back, I thought he was just going to do one video every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I've been surprised that he's been doing 2 videos a week. One with a mini-sode and full episode every other week, which I gotta say is pretty nice.
I gotta say, one of the things I'm really liking is that he finally got his brother into it. I loved it when Spoonie did this too, where, you know, in some cases with these, Doug Walker is the talent, and then I think it's Rob Walker is his brother. Mm-hmm. He's the cameraman for a lot of this stuff, and so he's kind of the unsung hero. He gets a lot of respect at cons, but he doesn't really get mentioned. Same thing happened with like Linkara, except he actually like hires a guy to work with him, and I can't remember the guy's actual name, but he like earned a role with Linkara's mythos and became Snowflame. And I think that's an awesome thing to be able to incorporate your crew to be part of that. That shows that A, you trust the crew, and B, you're willing to show both faith in them as well as willing to share the spotlight. And so one of the things I've actually enjoyed from Doug recently is that him and his brother review current movies. Same thing with Spoonie and his brother. I think that's his brother. Yeah, it's his brother. I have to think about this stuff for a second. Okay, bear with me. And apparently I suck at flying through rings. Just saying. They're big and pink. You'd think I'd see them better, but I don't. Now, one thing I'm going to warn the watchers, there's a second one. I'm not doing it.
A little extra plus.
No, there's one with pink rings, and then there's one with blue rings after you beat this one. This one was hard enough with the crappy controls on the zoomer. I'm not even... Like, I tried to dare it in the test run, and said no. Not doing it. This is going to be one of those situations where 100 power cells is not worth it. And on top of that, we actually have enough for a 90 power cell requirement. In fact, we're almost to 2. That'll help. Excuse me, guys. I just got out of a radio station booth. If I clear my throat a lot, that's why. I've been busy ranting on the radio.
Yeah, well, not me too with that.
Yeah, he is glued to my hip. My wife really wishes he wasn't.
No, actually, on like Sunday, I caught a little bit of a cold, and like Sunday through yesterday, pretty much I was congested. Kind of cleared up finally, just in time to do this, thankfully. Woohoo! I was really worried I was going to have to call this off, but no, my head did clear up, and
he just had to worry about my sanity. That's all. Never mind. He's never worrying about my sanity. It's just not going to be there.
I gotta say, this has got to be the fastest cold I've ever gotten over.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, man, as a kid and as a teenager, I just got the worst colds ever. It like lasts for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, ugh.
See, for me, it was always like, I'm not even aware that I have a cold, and then it becomes something worse. And then I'm suffering at that point. That's when I hit the brick wall. So, like, in a lot of cases, Alex kind of knows this, is that, you know, a cold, somebody else may see the symptoms, I'll be like, I'm fine. I'm one of those guys where, like, yeah, I cut off a limb, I'm fine. Put a little duct tape on it, we're good. And then I'll get, like, full-on pneumonia or something, and then at that point have to admit to my wife, yeah, I might have something wrong. To which you can only imagine the big fat I told you so I get at the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
I told you so!
Especially considering she's a nurse.
Mm-hmm. I think I would have learned my lesson, man. She can break my arm set and break it again. Most dangerous person ever? Medical professional. They know how to hurt you. And not in the conventional senses either. Okay, I'm not going down this road because I could be paranoid the rest of the night. I'm like, I'm never doing anything to hurt her or to irritate her or get her to look at me the wrong way. No, don't you dare go to the Oracle. I have enough for multiple. And there are people that need to be given their precursor orders. Oh, look.
You brought me the precursor orders. All right, I'll fix the bridge. But don't ask me to get involved with that creature again.
Big strong knight attacked us with melancholy. It's not very effective. And he's still crying in the background.
This seriously feels like a rare game, I gotta say.
Oh yeah, totally. This is why I thought it would work well for you, is because you're such a rare fan.
I was.
Well, and yeah, until they got into seclusion and we don't know what they're doing.
That's awfully good of you. Here's a power cell to help you out. Now I can get back to my research.
Alright, where does this actually put the power cell count? We gotta be pretty close at this point. 37, not bad. So we've got 8 more. Which probably means either in this video or the next video, hint, we'll probably hit 45.
All
Great
around.
moves, kid.
Indeed.
I knew that time record would fall. Now here's your power cell, and I can go collect my big payoff.
Here's the thing. If you could not move your arms like that ever again, I would very much appreciate it.
Whoa,
I felt a little
yeah.
wrong, I'm just gonna say.
You drove to help me win my way back out of this barrel. Here's the power cell, I promise.
So that's 39. Multiple power cell turn-ins are very satisfying, aren't they?
Always.
Okay, so now we've unhinged the pontoons so that we can not only get to the boss area, but we could get to another area which we'll probably hit by third hub. Now, this may not look like it, Alex, but if I step in the water, I'm shark bait.
Okay, so, like, it pretty much instant death.
Yeah, lurker shark will come up out of the water and eat me.
I was actually just about to ask if there's, like, bodies there or something.
No, it's just deep enough that lurker shark will come.
The lost precursor city.
Yep. Oh crap! Elevator! No! We don't want to go down deeper! No! No, 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 no! Oh crap, we're in Otogunga. No Jar Jar impressions. No! Jar Jar Binks! No! I'm getting schizo on myself. I'm trying to avoid the temptation. Okay, so you can kind of tell... Look! More platforming! It's almost like platforming follows us wherever we go.
Seems to be that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to quote Guybrush, in honor of LucasArts, to quote Guybrush Threepwood, it's like my life is a never-ending series of puzzles! You have not played enough Monkey Island, my friend.
No, I haven't.
And what's really...
Platforms are timed, I take it.
Yeah. In fact, I'm almost out of time. And if you can kind of tell, the water lights up, which means it's dangerous stuff. It's being electrified. Oh look, another first scout fly that'll never get completed. So how are you liking the game so far, Alex?
It's a pretty nice game, I gotta say.
Just constantly reminds you of rare tropes?
Yeah. And not just because it's a collectathon game or anything, but just like the way it's written.
Yeah.
Kind of that quirky humor and the character stylings. It feels so much like a weird way I didn't already know this was Naughty Dog, I would have been convinced this was a rare game.
No, and I can believe that. I mean, I didn't even make the connection until we showed you this. Is that, yeah, it looks a lot like a rare game in its viewpoints. Although, I gotta say this, Alex, I mean, you're a rare player, but there's one game you've never played. I think we need to educate you to Conquer at some point.
Oh, I'm not sure I'm ready for
But maybe this will need to wait till the next part. So we will see you in a bit, guys.